2 Kings chapter 7. And Elisha said, Hear ye the word of Yahweh. Thus saith Yahweh, Tomorrow about this time shall a measure of fine flour be sold for a thekel, and 2 measures of barley for a thekel, in the gate of Shomron. Then the captain, on whose hand the king leaned, answered the man of God, and said, Behold, if Yahweh should make windows in skies, might this thing be? And he said, Behold, thou shalt see it with thy eyes, but shalt not eat thereof. Now there were 4 leprous men at the entrance of the gate, and they said to one another, Why sit we here until we die? If we say, We will enter into the city, then the famine is in the city, and we shall die there. And if we sit still here, we die also. Now therefore come, and let us fall to the host of the Aramim. If they save us alive, we shall live, and if they kill us, we shall but die. And they rose up in the twilight to go to the camp of the Aramim. And when they were come to the outermost part of the camp of the Aramim, behold, there was no man there. For the Lord had made the host of the Aramim to hear a noise of chariots, and a noise of horses, even the noise of a great host. And they said one to another, Lo, the king of Israel hath hired against us the king of the Hittim, and the kings of the Mithrim, to come upon us. For what reason they arose and fled in the twilight, and left their tents, and their horses, and their donkeys, even the camp as it was, and fled for their soul. And when these lepers came to the outermost part of the camp, they went into one tent, and did eat and drink, and carried thence silver and gold and raiment, and went and hid it. And they came back and entered into another tent, and carried thence also, and went and hid it. Then they said one to another, We do not well. This day is a day of good tidings, and we hold our peace. If we tarry till the morning light, punishment will overtake us. Now therefore come, let us go and tell the king's household. So they came and called to the doorkeeper of the city, and they told them, saying, We came to the camp of the Aramim, and behold, there was no man there, neither voice of man, but the horses tied, and the donkeys tied, and the tents as they were. And he called the doorkeepers, and they told it to the king's household within. And the king arose in the night, and said to his servants, I will now show you what the Aramim have done to us. They know that we are hungry. Therefore are they gone out of the camp to hide themselves in the fields, saying, When they come out of the city, we shall take them alive, and get into the city. And one of his servants answered and said, Let some take, I pray thee, 5 of the horses that remain, which are left in the city. Behold, they are as all the multitude of Israel that are consumed. And let us send and see. They took therefore 2 chariots with horses, and the king sent after the host of the Aramim, saying, Go and see. And they went after them to the Jordan, and lo, all the way was full of garments and vessels, which the Aramim had cast away in their haste. And the messengers returned and told the king. And the people went out and plundered the camp of the Aramim. So a measure of fine flour was sold for a thekel, and 2 measures of barley for a thekel, according to the word of Yahweh. And the king appointed the captain on whose hand he leaned to have charge of the gate. And the people trod upon him in the gate, and he died, as the man of God had said, who spoke when the king came down to him. And it was as the man of God had spoken to the king, saying, 2 measures of barley for a thekel, and a measure of fine flour for a thekel, shall be tomorrow about this time in the gate of Shomoron. And that captain answered the man of God and said, Now behold, if Yahweh should make windows in skies, might such a thing be? And he said, Behold, thou shalt see it with thy eyes, but shalt not eat thereof. And it was even so to him, for the people trod upon him in the gate, and he died.